There are many videos on YouTube explaining differences between venomous cottonmouths and harmless water snakes. They point out key identifying features and likely habitats. Now, I intend to do the same, but with the added bonus of giving you thorough practice identifying both of our suspects. First up is the cottonmouth. You may know it as a water moccasin. It belongs to the genus Agkistrodon and is found throughout the southeast United States. It goes almost without saying that they are venomous, so it is important you learn to identify them. Let's take a look at a few examples. Some preliminary things to notice. The snake is girthy for its size and has a dark color scheme. These markers alone are poor factors to identify a snake by, but it is worth noting. The two things to focus on are the pattern of the snake and some of the markings around the head. First, the pattern. Notice the half-moon shaped dark patches on the side of the snake. You can think about these as, upside down horseshoes. Markings will vary from snake to snake, but keep this in mind. Secondly, the head. Your uncle probably tells you to see if the head is triangular or not, but you can go astray with this method because harmless water snakes will flatten their heads to appear like a cottonmouth, so don't put your eggs in this basket. Rather, observe the lack of markings on its cheek scales, and this will be relevant for our discussion on water snakes. If a snake you suspect is a cottonmouth gapes its mouth at you, exposing the white interior, you can be reasonably certain that this is in fact a water moccasin. As a final characteristic, the eyes of the cottonmouth are slitted and cat-like, as opposed to the round pupils of a water snake. Moving on to the water snake examples. Water snakes belong to the genus Nerodia and are found throughout much of the United States. There are many distinct species of water snakes, so it's important to be well versed. Water snakes can be anything from bright orange to slate gray. Water snakes' pattern, unlike the cottonmouths, is one of blotches, or think of them as saddles, on top and on the side of the snake. Note this difference: the horseshoes of the cottonmouth versus the saddles of the water snake. Now, the head of the water snake is another factor. The scales running along the lip of the snake are called labial scales. Water snakes, unlike their venomous doppelganger, have dark lines running vertically down these scales. See? Now, if you are not 100% sure that you have correctly identified a snake, just don't mess with it. Telling these two kinds of snakes apart can be tricky and takes practice, so don't go doing anything crazy. Even with the tools in this video, you will still have tough calls to make. Sometimes you can only see part of the snake, or it may be covered in mud, or dark outside, or some other less than ideal circumstance. The key takeaways to remember, though: water snakes have a blotchy pattern, labial lines, and rounded pupils. Cottonmouths have a horseshoe pattern, no labial lines, and vertical pupils. This is all well and good in theory, but without practice identifying real examples of the snakes, this information will be as good as useless to you. Here are some examples. What do you think? Cottonmouth or water snake? Pause the video if you have to. This video was by no means a complete guide, just a crash course on the basics. So do your own research, leave questionable snakes alone, and stay safe. Neither cottonmouths nor water snakes are out to get you, so just watch your step and you'll be fine. Thanks for watching, and I will see you folks later.